and provide support. But yeah, now that Sonics is aware of them, you can see the shots just coming through, and it looks like a little bit of indecision on the part of Freaks here as Salute and Bean pulling in, pulling out, pulling back in now as they will take it right to the compound, and nice grenade from Sapao will find Bean.
Just trying to find somewhere to hide out, and Freaks just caught out. They can't even maneuver down inside the barns itself. They do get into the stable, so looking in, it's going to be Sapao that steps away from it. AGG is just going to try to regroup. I mean, Freaks didn't have a lot of good options, and they just opted into the one that they thought would be easiest to defend. Good shot's going to come out from Evan. Can he pick up another one? He does! He's trying to hold it together for his squad. Can he manage to continue it? Dancing around. Blind spray coming in. I think he's already been spotted. Teammate fed over the information. AGG does go down. Heaven holds it.
Unbelievable performance from Heaven, and he should be able to get both of his knocked teammates back on their feet. Sir T had come down from his high ground position to provide support, but Heaven took care of the first two so quickly that Sir T wasn't even in a position to really get there in time. So, oh my goodness, Heaven keeping Freaks in this game. That field, a couple of ditches and ridge lines that they can work with. We'll see if Daytrade can find any, as it looks like they're going to spot out TSM and actually stop down here, but they are still in sight of Petrichor Road. Actually, TSM going to take the knock, so they can't afford to stop down and go for their res. They have to turn their attention over towards Daytrade, but good grenade from Belma will take down Sparking. You can see Purdy Curdy has that arm in hand, and he's going to find Flash. Snakers will actually find Belmoth as TSM getting some help.
Oh, but here comes the follow-in. It's going to be Petrichor Road. They're going to step in right back behind Daytrade, trying to pick up more. Nuren's just trying to cling to life over here, getting every throwable into TSM he can, trying to deny any reses. Molotov is going to end just a smidgen too short, but with the push coming in from Petrichor Road, that can draw some of Daytrade's attention. He has to look away, and look, 12 drops it right on top of Nuren's.
And TSM getting their players back on their feet. They're back up to full strength, but they are still in range from Falcons. You see the shots being sent over this direction. Thanaddle now the last player left alive for Daytrade, as Sonics has made the push into a little bit of a ridgeline here. They're going to take a knock onto H-Win, I believe, but TSM back up to full strength. They've got the smoke wall protecting them right now. They've got some portable deployable covers. They've got cars to hide behind. They're feeling pretty comfortable.
All right, so there is a lot of shooting happening right now, but it's mostly just going for picks, knocks onto the Sonics into this position, because you can see it's just hay bales. That's all they've got. Smokes. They're trying to burn utility. They're waiting and hoping a couple more of these firefights are happening. The new circle is going to reveal itself soon. That Sonic's goal is just to try to survive. TSM still trying to control the high ground around these points, making sure that Petrichor Road can't move in. Really also trying to keep an eye on Valley Tide, but they don't have a lot of vision or idea what's happening over with Valley Tide just quite yet. Okay, so what do we do over here? We've got Petrichor Road trying to navigate. Cerberus can't step in with Valley Tide's defended lines to the south. It's going to be pretty brutal to step in, because even if you do manage to get inside the zone, TSM is just waiting after this one. They want to pounce. They want to pick up something. Na'Vi, nobody inside of Pozo can move. They're all held out. This defended line from Cerberus, Solzy is going to be trying to play an opposing point on the hillside up into the north. He could get spotted out, but really with what's going on over here with the Freaks and Danawa and Sonics, nobody's looking down to the hillside right now. They're trying to defend themselves.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to mention here. Freaks actually able to leave their compound, and they find these hay bale little situations in the field, and so far they've been able to stay alive. Danawa keeps sending shots over there, but they haven't been able to get a knock. It looks like Heaven actually going to get another one onto Danawa. So Guangdong Freaks, they have a three-way split all across this field, but that knock's going to be huge. I don't think Salute's going to be able to get brought back up.
I don't know how Valley Tide navigates this. They just have to push in the Petrichor line now, and with one member, Petrichor Road is already maneuvering. Looks like they're trying to pick up a couple of kills. So.
그리고 3이 남았어.
야 그리고 얘들아 여기 라인 조심해.
지금 연막이 편하게 뚫을 수 있겠네.
이번에 매달렸어. 오케이?
연막 길 데려가. 야 태민아 한번 뛰어볼래?
우리
애들 쪽.
내 쪽 와서 딱 내 앞.
Cerberus now having to make their push up into Petrichor Road as Petrichor Road still holding this point pretty defendedly. Na'Vi being forced down in the south. It's going to be Tiamba that's going to be gatekeeping off on this point. BB Team's going to be right back behind them like we've been talking about. I don't even think that BB Team is looking into Na'Vi's direction, but Hakatori has to make it some type of defense over here. It's just him and Sosa the last ones up, and neither one of these pathing options are going to be good. It's going to be FaZe defending over into the east. So this is just, you've got to hit some type of knock to open it, and you can see that BB Team and Na'Vi couldn't really do that because they were having to contend with each other just so close range.
Yeah, this was always going to be difficult for both Na'Vi and BB Team, as BB Team will get taken down by that James grenade. So they are out in 12th. Na'Vi still alive. Sosa and Hakatori in the blue, but you can see they're taking a lot of damage as now Petrichor Road has turned their full attention back over towards Cerberus. And the first knock coming through. They've left Summer on that northern side to make sure that nobody pushes into their backs. And the circle is going to finally circle up, center up on Sonics.
So, all right, Petrichor Road had to leave Summer back behind, so Cerberus going to be lined up against 3 with one of their members down roughly the same time. Equalizes, makes it 3v3. Axliff, though, almost makes it a 4v3 is because he is just that good. He counts for 2, and he's just defending up the line. Cerberus steps away, and I don't know what you can do. Shift in, maybe try to find the new angle on the opposing front for this one, but now everything's calmed down in the fields. Sonics and Donovan could probably spot you out.
Well, the one blessing that they have is they have the backside of this mountain to use, as Petrichor Road is actually slowing things down a lot here, despite the fact that they know that they've got 2 down. And I think that's all a result of Haisaki all the way in the back there, just making sure that nobody is able to push freely. They have to slow down. They can't just push in the open when he has got them dead to rights here. And Cerberus will be able to get at least 1 back on their feet, and they might be able to get Duckmai as well.
Yeah, this is going to be a bit short on the blue zone nade.
Oh, but Haisaki's down now.
Are they going to read it? The shifting coming from Petrichor Road. They go down the hillside, and they just step, and they make that one look clean. Ming does go down, but it's going to be Bean that picks him up, and that's going to be KDF still alive, but they're having to deal with the weathering shots coming out from Dano as well as Sonics. Tiamba hears this firefight, and they're trying to dodge TSM, and they're maneuvering in what could be a firefight for Petrichor Road.
That was just beautifully done by Petrichor Road. As soon as they took out Haisaki, you could see that was the dinner bell ringing. They made the immediate push, and that was all she wrote for Cerberus. But Tiamba now the big problem is we see Falcon still spotting out FaZe from range. Here's Rello, the last player left alive, and he will go down, and that's Falcons out in 9th.
Okay, FaZe up into the north, presently sitting in 2nd place, just 2 points back behind Sonics. Sonics, yes, they are close to the center of the circle, but they're not in a good spot, to say the least. So positioning kind of favoring FaZe for roaming and kills. Petrichor Road, though, still trying to defend, sitting at 6. They've been heavily defending over here, and they're trying to make it more. They are going to get the knock on a 7-7. Axliff going to be looking down the hillside. Look at Linshu at range. He's trying to be the anchor point for cover. Once you see anybody from Petrichor Road step into the sight lines, he could have an option. But look, playing the smokes, Axliff is just so good, he doesn't even care.
Axliff is him right now as he just runs through Tiamba. He's going to actually, Alo going to get the last knock into Linshu, and just like that, Tiamba is taken care of as Petrichor Road coming alive in the 2nd game of the last day of Grand Finals.
TSM reads the reposition coming out from FaZe, shutting it down instantly. Got multiple members looking 2 different directions, up to the north after FaZe. Also, Donowa trying to defend up. Don't forget about Day Trade. They still got one of their members alive, holding down a point pretty close to where FaZe is trying to make their assault. TSM is just spinning everywhere, trying to deny any angles of approach. Sparking managed to take down Axliff. It's going to be Thanadol that finds out James. I mean, what do you even do over here? Look at all 3 of the teams that are in the fields, just looking at the hillside. Anything that moves gets bullets thrown at it.
Oh, Thanadol is such a problem for FaZe right now. They can't collect everybody, get everybody together, and make a decent push here onto the hills of TSM and Petrichor Road. But Petrichor Road, they've now turned their attention towards TSM. First spray coming through from Ming, not going to find the knock. 10 kills for Petrichor Road overall. Sparking staying alive.
Notice how everybody is trying to keep that hill to their right, next to them. They do not want any of the shots from the field. That's why all peaks are going to be coming along the line over into the left. Stepping over, Summer trying to play along this line. Chewy, you can see, got that bit of a ridge, making sure to keep it over there. Deny any angles as the new circle pops. Petrichor Road is in it, Thanadol is in it, and Sonics are in it. Keeping an eye out on the field at roughly the same time, drawing a ton of aggro there. Fortunately, at least right next to the zone. The problem is Petrichor Road is already maneuvering to try to gatekeep them out. Guangdong Freaks are going to get eliminated as here comes the fight over here. Alo is going to go down, Sparking, and now the last man standing for TSM. FaZe moving in. They've got their eyes set on the prize, just 1 point back behind Sonics. Sonics, while they're still alive, FaZe wants more.
And they would love to be able to take care of Sparking here, but they can't take the risk now that the zone is pushing in. Now Corexi will take the zone. It will take a spot in zone, the one that was previously occupied by Thonadol. Sparking going to take out by Chewy though, so that actually breathe a sigh of relief there for FaZe. They know they don't have to worry about that guy. They can still use this ridgeline, take a few more shots over towards Petrichor Road before eventually moving in to their spot in the zone that's occupied by Corexi.
Donowa can't even find a way in. It's just going to be DL dropping down. He's got just that hay bale. That's it. That's all the cover he's got. He's just playing for position. Can't even really go for peaks. See, Gustav, the rest of the group can't really do too much either. They're already dropped down to bellies. Petrichor Road already making sure to kind of usurp power from this position. We saw TSM playing along it just a while ago. Look at the way they're dancing around the top of it. Good throw coming up from Corexi. Now we're down to 3.
This is going to be interesting for Petrichor Road here. Sonics, they can still stay in their little spot here. They don't really have to get involved in anything. First knock coming through from Chewy on effects, though. That's going to open up the door. Ming going to push over. They'll find Gustav. Corexi still has the hard cover, though, to work with, but it's asking a lot of him now. 14 kills for Petrichor Road as they are just going bananas.
FaZe has shifted into first place, but Petrichor Road wants to assault the top 3 positions. Looking into TSM right now, just a couple points back behind. They've got it control. 14 kills. Such a dominant performance coming in from this round.
Sonics making the move as soon as they saw Petrichor Road get those 2 knocks on the FaZe. They were hoping, praying that maybe FaZe could get a knock on the Petrichor Road and that they could take advantage, but Pero not giving up anything. And now Sonics, they've left their compound. They have some room to work with. They have some cover to play around, but there's just no opportunity for them to really get involved with Petrichor Road. They have such a better position, that high ground, doing such wonders for Pero.
Look at the Sonics knows where Corexi is. They're lined in. They're focused on Corexi. They know where Petrichor Road is, but they've got their members drop down. Tickleton and Shrimsy looking directly into that shack. For the moment that Corexi has to step out, they want to take him down. They want to get the kill point and specifically the placement point differential as well. They want more space away from what they know is to be a heavy fragging FaZe. You're sitting at 10 kills. Corexi, do you surrender it to the blue? Do you deny it? You've got to. This is one of the stages you just have to deny blue. You cannot give it to Sonics. So he is going to go down. But with that, the shift is going to come in, and you can see Sonics sitting at 76 right now, looking in. Now Petrichor Road, how are you going to handle it? Back up against the blue zone, you have to move into Sonics defense.
I mean, FaZe knows exactly who's left alive in this circle. They know that they cannot afford to give a single point over as they are in contention for this first place prize, for that prize money, for all those PGC points. We'll see how Sonics decides to try to deal this. How do you crack this nut here? It's going to be tough, but the one thing they've got going for them is that Petrichor Road has their backs against the wall. They're going to have to be the first ones to move here, and H-Win's position on that rock could be huge.
I mean, well, yes, Aikeslift, awesome. We know that. Chewy has been absolutely popping off inside of this as well. Stepping in, you can see the smokes now blooming out. Ming being more aggressive,
tough,
laying in. Yeah, this is
you
so
don't want
hard.
to push through the smokes.
This is roughly a 2v2 with the assistance from H-Win at range. Chewy hasn't been able to find it just quite yet. Tickleton steps in, goes for the spray up the hill, does manage to take down Ming, does not manage to get the other spots out. Tigdo popping off when he needs to, trying to find the angle in. He's out of ammo though. He has to step away from the rock. He's going to go down. Shrimsy now has to maneuver in. 2v1. Summer dancing around the cover. Does not want to step, but every bullet means a potential reload. Now Shrimsy moves in, steps up. What can you do? Peeks around all over the place. Summer wants to hold it, wants to get the flush, but it is neck and neck. Sonics now in first.
Oh, that's a dangerous reload to go for Shrimsy, but he manages to pull it off, and there you go. Back-to-back victories for Sonics.
It has been neck and neck the whole way through. Kill counts bouncing back before, but it's going to be Sonics getting their off of placement points.